Okay, so this is the book we're going to read tonight. The title begins with what lurks in the swamp. It's a question. What lurks in the swamp? Okay. This is either alligator or a crocodile. Remember what the illustrations of the books are? The pictures. This is the title. What lurks in the swamp? Read it with me. Okay. Now, we're going to also read who the author of the book is. Hang on. It says, beneath the bumps along an alligator's back are bony plates that make this reptile look armor-plated. Okay? So what that means is underneath the bumps, all these bumps right here, underneath the bumps, okay, on his back are bony plates made out of bone. Not plates, but plates are the bone. Okay? That make this reptile, an alligator or crocodile is a reptile, and this animal is an alligator. The reptile look armor-plated, like he has an armor or protection for his body. And it's an alligator. An alligator's long claws might look scary, but they're not. They are mostly used for digging holes. Okay? For digging holes. They're very important for the alligator. Here. Next one says, attacking food makes alligators lose lots of teeth. They end up losing all these teeth by chasing their food. Alligators might use 300 teeth in their lifetime. 300 teeth. That's a lot. Alligator. Okay, American alligators live in the slow-moving rivers and swamp land of the southern United States. These hungry reptiles eat fish, turtles, birds, and shrimp. Alligators dig wide holes that fill with water. Later, during the dry season, the holes are often the only source of water for other wildlife. Wow. And look, we can tell by the illustration, where the story, in fact, is taking place. Now, there's two types of stories, fiction and nonfiction. You've learned about that in school. Do you remember what fiction means? What kind of story is a fiction story? And what kind of story is a non-fiction story. So if you were correct, you would have said fiction story is fake. It's not real. It's make-believe. It's pretend. Usually like a dream, you dream about, maybe some flying horses and, orange, orange lemons that squeeze out blueberry gumdrop buttons. That's fake. It's not real. Or maybe a flower can speak. Obviously, it does not exist. Flowers do not speak in the real world. Non-fiction means not fake. Non-fiction, not fake. So that means it's real. It's not fake. It's real. It's not pretend. It's not a makeup story. It's not a lie. It's real. It has facts and information and details that support what is being said. That is real. For instance, here we're learning about alligators. This right here is called information, facts. Facts that you can look up yourself to see if it is true. These are facts, information that is non-fiction. It is not fake information. It's real information. They give information about alligators. They give details and they explain and tell real things about real live alligators that do exist today. Okay? It's not about a dinosaur that is no longer with us, that has died many years ago. It's not about a talking dog. A dog does not speak. This is about actual alligator, a real alligator that lives in a swamp area that is wet, and they do eat turtles, right? That's what they said. So it's very important to look and make sure when you're listening to a story how the story sounds. Okay? The story about the seed is planted is also a non-fiction story, because it could be real. The story could come true. A person could take a piece of little plant and give it to someone else, and that person could give it to the other person, and the other person could give it to another person to make a whole bunch of trees and create, woods. So that was a non-fiction story too. It's all about information about how plants grow as well, and how you spread plants and how you make it grow. Okay, just quick details. Okay, here it says, a bright white open mouth is what gives this snake its name, but it is also known as a water moccasin. Okay, this is all about snakes. They're facts, information that is real, that is non-fiction. Okay, they're facts. Facts are things that are true and real and no lie. Okay, here it says follow along with your book. Young cottonmouth snakes can be very brightly colored, like bright colors, like bright green, bright orange, bright yellow. As they get older, their skin darkens. It gets darker, like a dark green or dark blue. And the pattern fades the word fades means like it starts to disappear, kind of. Not like a ghost, but like it starts to disappear. Like, for instance, if you color with chalk, like you color with chalk outside, when you leave the chalk outside the next day, when time and the wind and people stepping on it, it starts to kind of go away a little bit. It starts to disappear. It fades. Okay, it fades away. It loses its bright color or its original color. Look at this snake. That's crazy. Look where it lives. Near the water and the trees and the grass. Tall, especially the tall grass. They love to hide there. Here it says, most of the cottonmouth's body is visible as it swims along the water surface. So it kind of glides along on top of the water, and you can see through. If you're looking at the water, you would be able to see it, going down the water, in the water. So that's crazy. You have to be careful, that's all. You don't need to be freaked out. Just need to be alert. Cotton mouth. Okay. Sorry. Let's follow along. The venomous cottonmouth is most active at night and lives in the southern United States. It is called a pit viper because it senses heat with pits on its face. Sensing heat lets the snake know what is alive nearby. Cottonmouths eat fish, frogs, and small mammals. Baby cottonmouths wiggle their tails as bait to catch fish. Okay? Now it says here, baby cottonmouths wiggle their tails as bait. Bait is like the snake is trying to fake, like pretend and fake out, kind of scare the animal into thinking that the tail is something for them to eat. And once they try to get the tail of the cottonmouth, the snake, it catches the fish. It teases them. It's crazy. And this is the whole picture, the book. Now, it didn't say the author of the book yet, so we'll have to find out who it is. Here it is. This is the next one. This is a Florida panther. Look at the baby. It's cute. Okay. If you can't look, just listen. Florida panther. In Florida is another state like New Jersey where we live in, or Mexico. In Florida, the large cat of the swampland are called panthers. Okay, panthers. They once roamed most of the southern United States. So this sentence here, they once roamed most of the southern United States. That means they used to roam. They used to be around the southern United States, but they no longer are much anymore. When something used to do something, or they once did something, that means they no longer do it anymore. Okay? So, the United States, and are related to pumas, cougars, and mountain lions. So all these lions, they're all related. They're on the same family, same category. They have a crooked tail and a cow-lick shape to the fur on their back. So here, the tail, it says they have a crooked tail. I really don't know what that word means. I'll try to look it up on the internet and Google. What does the word crooked mean when talking about a tail? Cow-licked shape to the fur on their back. That means that their fur is very, very close to their skin, like very tight and strong, like pressing against their back. It's very hard to grab it. It's not like fluffy fur like from a dog or a cat. You can grab it. Okay. Panthers prefer to eat deer and wild hogs. Wild hogs are wild pigs. They look like pigs, they're not, but they have horns, 2 horns on the ends of their, right here, on the ends of their noses. And they look a little, definitely more angry and animal than the pig. They only climb trees to avoid people. So they can climb trees, and I bet they climb fast, very fast. Panthers can roar, but Panthers cannot roar. Right here it doesn't say cannot, but it says can't. Panthers can't roar, but they can purr like any cat, like that. Okay? They can purr like any cat. Okay, here it says their shrill cry is called by caterwaul. Oh, their shrill cry is called a caterwaul. So that means when they start, like, I guess crying, you call that a caterwaul. I don't know, like that. Here. When born, a Florida panther's eyes are bright blue. As they grow older, their eyes become a piercing yellow color. When it says piercing, that means it's like really yellow. Like it's like boom, bright yellow. It kind of like hurts your eyes in a way. You know what bright blue is, and Florida is a state. And when they're babies, a Florida panther's eyes are blue first, bright blue. And once they get so bright blue, and they're little, as they get older, boom. As then when they get older, they become a piercing yellow. Very interesting facts about Florida panthers. Here's another thing. A kitten's spots provide protection when its mother is hunting. The spots fade by the time they are 6 months old. So the kitten's spots, when they're little and small, the little spots on them It provides, there he is. The spots provide protection when its mother is hunting. So it's able to kind of hide away from predators or away from enemies of other animals that are trying to hunt them. And they're able to not be seen so they won't get eaten. But when they get older, they lose their spots. Wow. Look at that. That's crazy. That's a snap turtle. I think so, yeah. Snapping turtle. Okay, let's read here. The snapping turtle. The red, fleshy parts of the turtle's tongue is used as a lure to catch its prey. That is interesting. So the red, fleshy part of the turtle's tongue, it's used as a lure to catch its prey. So I guess that maybe it tricks its it tricks the other animal to try to bite it, I guess, and then that's how they catch their prey. So another way to trick, so animals can trick each other. The alligator snapping turtle. Oh, it's an alligator snapping turtle. Has a shell with 3 waves. This pattern helps identify the snapper. So it's an alligator snapping turtle. It has a shell like a regular turtle. It's bigger and it has 3 waves. I don't understand, but and I guess if you see it, you would know that if it's an alligator snapping turtle. It would help you identify the snapper, the turtle, what kind of turtle it is. Like this, if it looks like this. Which is pretty interesting and cool. So if you've seen this, you know it's an alligator snapping turtle. If you're just listening to the story, remember, just listen, okay? Okay. Follow along, and if you're not, just quiet listen. Okay. Snapping turtle. The largest freshwater turtle. That means the water that they live in is not salty. It tastes like regular water. It's no salt. It's just fresh water. The biggest turtle. The largest freshwater turtle in the United States. So, where we live, the United States of America. The alligator snapping turtle doesn't have to hunt. They don't need to hunt. It hides in the dark mud until a fish or a frog or clam comes by. This reptile lives, and then they chop them, eat them. This reptile lives mostly in the United States waters of the southern United States. Now, when you learn about directions north, east, south, and west, when people say southern, that means the lower part of the United States, like the bottom half of the United States, the lower part. I'll show you that on a map another time. It eats acorns to fatten up in the fall. So just like squirrels and bears, when they hibernate, it eats acorns to fatten up in the fall. An average alligator snapper can grow to a weight of 176 pounds. The weight, how heavy it is, it's 176 pounds. That's heavier than me. I weigh 120. This is 176 pounds. That's 80 kilograms. That's a lot. It's heavier than me. Okay, mommy weighs 120. This is 176. That's crazy. Interesting fact of the alligator snapping turtle. Sweet. And these are also, don't need to be afraid. Never be afraid of anything, because Jesus is with us. But just be mindful and just be smart. That's all. But now you have valuable information you can look back on, and that's it. So it says, let me see. Well, here it says, beware. Wild and dangerous creatures about in their natural habitat. Watch them travel into your world and discover what makes beasts or wild animals like these the most fierce and fearsome alive. But you really don't need to listen to this, because this is a lie. You don't need to fear them. You just need to be precautious, smart, and just think right. Now, I'm trying to find the illustrator, the one. Okay, so I don't know who the author is of this book. I didn't, age 3 and well, this book was made in New York City at 557 Broadway. It's pretty cool. Okay, so here is the author. Well, published by Scholastic Inc. So it's like a brand company. There's no author. I guess there's no author. This book cost about $4.99 in the United States, US. Okay, so that's the end of the book. I hope you enjoyed it and learned about swamp animals. And remember, don't fear nature. Just be aware, learn, and look things up if you need to, if you have any questions. I love you and bless you, and tomorrow's another day, my love. Always pray and think about Jesus Christ, always.